Most people go through life believing that success is simple. Work hard, be honest, treat everyone well, and eventually everything will work out. It's a comforting idea. It's what we're taught from childhood. But the moment you step into the real world, you begin to notice something strange. The hardest working person isn't always the most successful. The smartest person isn't always the one getting promoted. The most talented person isn't always the one leading. And that's when a difficult question begins to emerge. What is really going on? For centuries, kings, generals, politicians, entrepreneurs, and powerful leaders have understood something that most people ignore. Human behavior is not always driven by logic, fairness, or merit. It is often driven by power. Power influences careers. Power shapes relationships. Power determines who gets heard and who gets ignored. Power affects business, leadership, influence, and success. This is exactly what Robert Greene explored in his best-selling book, The 48 Laws of Power. The book is controversial. Some people love it, others criticize it. But regardless of where you stand, one thing is undeniable. It forces you to see human nature differently. The lessons in this book are not just about gaining power. They are about understanding the hidden forces that influence people every day. Because whether you choose to play the game or not, the game is already being played around you. And today, we're exploring 10 brutal lessons from the 48 Laws of Power that can completely change how you see people. Lesson number 1. Never outshine the master. One of the most expensive mistakes people make in life, business, and their careers is assuming that everyone wants to see them succeed. At first, that sounds strange. After all, if you're talented, hardworking, and producing results, shouldn't people support you? Not always. One of the most uncomfortable truths about human nature is that people often compare themselves to those around them. And when your success makes someone feel inadequate, their admiration can quickly turn into resentment. This is especially true when dealing with authority figures. History is filled with stories of kings who became suspicious of their most talented generals, CEOs who felt threatened by rising executives, managers who secretly sabotaged high-performing employees, not because those people lacked ability, but because they made someone above them feel insecure. Robert Greene's lesson is simple. If you want to rise, understand the ego of the people around you. Make your boss look good. Make your mentor feel respected. Make influential people feel valued. This doesn't mean hiding your abilities. It means understanding that people are emotional creatures. Many careers have been destroyed not because someone lacked talent, but because they failed to understand psychology. The smartest person in the room doesn't always win. Often, it's the person who understands people. And that leads directly into the second lesson. Lesson number 2. Conceal your intentions. Most people talk too much. They announce their goals. They reveal their strategies. They tell everyone about the business they're going to start, the promotion they're going to get, the project they're working on, the dream they're pursuing. And then something strange happens. The energy disappears, progress slows down, motivation fades. Sometimes people discourage them. Sometimes competitors appear. Sometimes they simply become satisfied with talking instead of doing. Powerful people understand something different. Results create respect. Promises create expectations. Many of history's greatest business leaders spent years building quietly before revealing what they were creating. While others were talking, they were working. While others were seeking validation, they were executing. There is power in silence. There is power in preparation. There is power in allowing your achievements to speak louder than your plans. Because once people know exactly what you're doing, they can interfere. But when your focus remains private, your momentum remains protected. Lesson number 3. Say less than necessary. In today's world, everyone wants to be heard. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone wants to explain themselves. Everyone wants the last word. But one of the most underrated forms of power is restraint. Think about the most influential people you've ever met. Many of them don't talk excessively. They observe, they listen, they choose their words carefully. The more you talk, the more information you reveal. The more information you reveal, the easier it becomes for people to predict you. Silence creates mystery. Mystery creates attention. Attention creates influence. This doesn't mean becoming silent all the time. It means learning when to speak and when to remain quiet. Many arguments are lost because people reveal too much. Many negotiations fail because someone couldn't stop talking. Many opportunities disappear because people felt the need to explain themselves endlessly. Power often belongs to the person who controls the conversation rather than dominates it. Lesson number 4. Guard your reputation with your life. In business, reputation is currency. In careers, reputation is currency. In relationships, reputation is currency. People often underestimate how valuable trust really is. A good reputation can open doors before you even enter the room. A strong reputation attracts opportunities. It attracts partnerships. It attracts respect. But a damaged reputation can follow you for years. Think about how quickly information travels today. One careless mistake, one dishonest action, one poor decision, and suddenly people begin questioning everything about you. This is why successful people protect their credibility fiercely. They understand that skills can be rebuilt, money can be earned again, but trust is much harder to recover once it's gone. Your reputation is one of the few assets that continues working even when you're not present. Protect it, build it, strengthen it, because it may become your greatest competitive advantage. Lesson number 5. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. This law often creates controversy. Some people interpret it as abandoning those who struggle, but that's not the real lesson. The lesson is about understanding influence. Human beings absorb the attitudes of the people around them. Spend enough time around negativity, and your thinking begins to change. Spend enough time around people who complain constantly, and you begin seeing problems everywhere. Spend enough time around ambitious people, and your standards rise. This isn't magic, it's psychology. The people around you affect your beliefs. Your beliefs affect your actions. Your actions affect your results. Many people underestimate the importance of environment. They focus on motivation while ignoring influence. But influence is often stronger than motivation. Your circle matters. Your conversations matter. Your environment matters. And if you want to grow, sometimes you must be willing to outgrow certain relationships. Lesson number 6. Make other people come to you. Most people spend their lives chasing clients, chasing opportunities, chasing approval, chasing attention. But powerful people understand a different principle. Instead of chasing attention, they create value. Instead of demanding respect, they earn it. Instead of forcing opportunities, they become attractive to opportunities. Think about successful brands. Think about respected experts. Think about influential leaders. People seek them out because they offer something valuable. The more valuable you become, the less you need to chase. This applies to careers, it applies to business, it applies to networking. The goal is not to become famous. The goal is to become useful, because usefulness attracts opportunity. Lesson number 7. Create compelling spectacles. People pay attention to what stands out. This has been true for thousands of years. Kings understood it. Politicians understand it. Business leaders understand it. Modern influencers understand it. Attention is a form of power. And in a world filled with distractions, those who capture attention gain influence. This doesn't mean becoming fake. It doesn't mean creating drama. It means understanding presentation. The same idea can be ignored when presented poorly and celebrated when presented effectively. People remember stories more than facts. They remember visuals more than statistics. They remember emotion more than information. If you want your message to spread, learn how to make it memorable. Lesson number 8. Think as you like, but behave like others. One of the fastest ways to create unnecessary enemies is to constantly prove how different you are. People naturally trust those who feel familiar. This doesn't mean abandoning your beliefs. It means understanding social intelligence. The most effective people know how to connect with different groups. They know how to communicate in ways others understand. They don't need constant validation for being different. They focus on building relationships. They understand that influence often comes from connection rather than confrontation. Being right isn't always enough. Sometimes being understood matters more. Lesson number 9. Master the art of timing. Timing is one of the most overlooked factors in success. Many people fail not because their idea was bad, but because their timing was wrong. Others succeed not because they were smarter, but because they acted at the right moment. Patience is a form of power. Knowing when to move, knowing when to wait, knowing when to speak, knowing when to remain silent. This skill separates impulsive people from strategic people. History rewards those who understand timing. Business rewards those who understand timing. Life rewards those who understand timing. Sometimes the difference between success and failure is not what you do, it's when you do it. Lesson number 10, win through actions, never through argument. Most arguments are pointless. People rarely change their minds because they lost a debate. They change their minds because reality forces them to. This is one of the most practical lessons in the entire book. Instead of arguing endlessly, focus on results. Instead of convincing everyone, demonstrate value. Instead of explaining why you're right, show it through action. Results silence critics. Achievements speak louder than opinions. Success often eliminates the need for explanation. The most powerful response is not always a better argument. Sometimes it's a better outcome. And perhaps that's the biggest lesson from the 48 Laws of Power. Power is not about manipulation. It is not about controlling people. It is not about becoming ruthless. At its core, the book is about awareness, understanding human nature, understanding influence, understanding the hidden forces that shape decisions, relationships, careers, and opportunities. Whether you agree with every law or not, these lessons reveal something important. The world is not always driven by fairness. It is often driven by perception, influence, timing, reputation, and human psychology. And once you understand that, you begin seeing people differently. You begin seeing opportunities differently. You begin making decisions differently. Most importantly, you stop being surprised by how the world works. If you enjoyed this video and want more powerful lessons from books on success, business, psychology, money, influence, and personal growth, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because the next lesson you learn could completely change the way you think, work, and live.